Hey dude, how are you? What's up? Oh, I forgot I have a shawl. If that's not enough. And a lot of hair. Hey, country boy. Hey, Bree. What's up? How are y'all? Thank you, country boy. I appreciate it. We're here to poke some very good-hearted fun at the people at Coachella. Thank you, Bree. I actually tried to look ridiculous. How'd it go? Is it enough? No, Bree, I've got trivia about like ridiculous things about Coachella. We're gonna do that in a minute. It's all over my FYP. Cece, that's great. I'm happy for you. That's wonderful. And you've been doing that for, I know the last live stream you had. Y'all, Cece has been around for quite some time. And hey, Lost from Light. And Cece is going on a health journey. So everybody say, yay, Cece. Applause. He is taking control of his health. He is eating better and he is exercising, and we love it. Thank you, country boy. We love when somebody wants to go on a health journey because they made the choice. And Cece did. Yay! Hey, RC, how are you? All right. What do you want me to do? Oh no, I'm not playing one of those games. Okay. This is like a random playlist called Coachella Vibes because I pulled up a 2026 Coachella playlist and I didn't know like any of it. And I'm like, I'm not listening to random stuff. It was just a lot of Justin Bieber. It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay. Ooh. That's probably why. Oh yeah, I don't know how to do that. I learned a while back not to push the random buttons. As much as I want to, I'm not doing it. Okay. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Wait a minute, we might be alright. Hold on. Okay, I think that worked. Maybe. Okay. Okay. You didn't know your family was a bunch of knights? Hey, Golden. Thank you. It's a flower. Oh, we're making fun of people at Coachella. I mean, we're celebrating people at Coachella. And I do have a dragon still. Because somebody's going to be like, where's your dragon? Oh, you found your family crest? Oh, I thought you used Colgate. Oh, come on. Come on. Where are you going to find that kind of funny? For free. Okay? Thank you, Gold. I appreciate it very much. Golden, we might be going on a journey later. No, Lost, you're fine. I'm just being corny. I'm supposed to encourage y'all to share the live and invite more friends. That's what it says. Okay, what's the AI summary say? Playing a Coachella playlist, suggest a song. No. Golden, I know. There's some crazy stuff going on. Your family's weird. All of our families are weird, honey. If somebody says their family isn't weird, then I guess they're the weird one. Yeah. Yep, I stand by that. Oh, Lord. I don't know. There's been kind of like a lot of crazy energy lately. I'm not really sure why, but we're just going to go with it. Yes, suspicious. Very, very sus. Question. Like, has y'all's FYP slightly changed? Mine has, but I think it's intentional. I'm seeing a lot of farm animals, and I'm fine with it. You think so too, reality? Okay. Cause see, like, I feel like the last few days, it's been a lot. Oh yeah, reality. There's a lot of drama on this app, but like, every app's got drama. It's if you feed into it, it continues, you know? But like, I mean, if it's entertaining drama and it's somebody else. Yeah, see, we stay out of that. Yeah, we stay out of that because like we're in the fandom area, but like there's drama in that. Hey, Jess. So, I mean, like, actually every corner is going to have drama. It just depends on if you want to keep it or not. It is, Brie. It definitely is. But, like, people should focus on the message we're trying to spread, not the drama. Well, reality, I'll be honest with you. You're not going to be able to... Thank you, Jess. You're not going to be able to explain that to somebody that likes drama. I learned this, like, because I've been doing this for about 4 years. And I used to, like, try to talk to people about, like, no, don't get into the drama. They want to be there. And there's not really anything you can do about that. Hey, Claire. How's the Claire? There's a lot of people that go and seek out drama. And they like it. Hey, Joker. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you, reality. So basically what you do is like when you figure out, hey, Maddie. Thank you, Jess. When, lost, we stay out of it unless it's funny. Hey, Lorador, how are you? The club is wonderful. I'm so glad. All right, I'm skipping that. No. Sorry, guys. I'm not cool enough for this playlist, so I'm going to skip a lot of it. Oh, that's The Weeknd. Jessica loves The Weeknd. Funny drama is okay, yeah. Or if it's somebody else's. Finishing the third film. That's awesome. Oh, gold. No, that's fine. That's totally fine. Totally fine. Oh, I know I was going to say, Maddie. I just saw some new merch for the Mandalorian film. Like, there's going to be a bunch. Hey, Captain Jack! Oh my God, Joker's watching Pirates right now. That's crazy. Hey, guys. Y'all, this is my friend Captain Jack. And he's getting back into it. He's a great, obviously, Captain Jack Sparrow cosplayer. So if you like that and nice people, follow him. Lorador, it's very, I don't know. I really, probably not. There might be Milk of the Poppy somewhere. I'm not really sure. I just heard that there might be some. Oh yeah, Captain Jack, you know I got you. You have friends that dress up like Jack too? Dude, because he's iconic. Oh, Maddie's getting a new Grogu plush today. Is it the one with the shield on it? Hey, Donald, how are you? Ooh, I can't remember what the shield's called. You know what I'm talking about though, right? I haven't seen The Expanse, but I've had people tell me to watch it. Ah, Maddie, see, yeah, I've been paying attention. There's a chick. What? Oh my God, what's her name? I think it's C-Rad, but it's like S-E-E. And she's been showing, she's on TikTok, and she's been showing the Mandalorian merch as it comes out. Do you follow her? Yeah, Maddie, please do. Hey, and Jeff, how are you? All right, catching up. Okay, good. I'm sorry about that, but like that, we're not qualified to help any sort of situation like that. So I'm sorry. Yeah, we're not qualified to assist in anything like that. If you need help, please seek it. Thank you, Joker. Yeah, we're not. Man, look at me. I've got like 8 things wrapped around my head. Yeah, safe zone as in like we're cool, but like we can't give you advice, man. We can't do it. I, I, I don't think I'm qualified to give you advice about that either. Joker, that's cool. There you go, right there. There, that's your best bet. That's there. All right. Let's see. Let's check out these trivia questions. Okay. Okay. Are y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for some like silly trivia? Okay. What accessory is most useless but most worn at Coachella? It's completely useless, but it's used by almost everyone. Think like in the line of makeup, sort of. Golden, that's a very good guess. I have a shawl for like no reason, but it tracks. Think of in like kind of sort of makeup. Okay, Lost from Light. Golden, it's really funny because Jessica's like, do you have a Stevie Nicks shawl? And I was like, hold on a minute. I actually got this because it's really similar to one that Lagatha wears in Vikings, and I was gonna do that, which I might at some point. But I was like, oh my God, this will work. Golden, so do I. My mom saw Stevie Nicks a long time ago. My mom loves Stevie Nicks. They're actually a lot alike. See, there we go. See? It's the shawl for no reason. Ah, that's it. Golden got it. It's glitter. That's it. That is the useless accessory most used at Coachella is glitter. Very nice. All right. Okay. What is the most common phrase shouted when friends get separated? Like this is, I wanted it to be kind of absurd trivia. Some of it's obvious, some of it's not. Okay, Captain Jack. Glitter is useful. It is. Oh my God, Brie, you're so funny. This one's pretty basic. When I tell y'all the answer, you're gonna laugh. If you get separated, what's the most common phrase shouted? Apparently, this is a phrase you hear constantly at Coachella. Tell me when y'all are ready. Yes, that's it. Golden got it. It's where are you? Yep. Very nice. Golden's kicking ass over here, y'all. I have a flash goal. All right. Where am I? I'm in, I was going to say we could call it Dragchella, but that sounds like a drag queen thing. What would a drag in Coachella be? I know. All right, next. What is the most overpriced basic item at Coachella? Some of these are wild, and then some answers are really like obvious, which I kind of like. Yep, Foxy got it, and Golden got it. It's water. Yep, it's water. Bree, that's probably number 2, if I had to guess. Get it? I'm on a roll. Get it? Man, that. Wow. All right, next. Okay. Okay. What is the hardest thing to find during the day? Hey, Bear Down. What's the hardest thing to find? Thank you, Bear Down. To find during the day at Coachella? Golden got it. Holy crap. It's shade. Oh my God. Yeah, a Bear Down. I don't think they have any. Have y'all, has it come up on y'all's FYP? Like, seriously, the porta potties are gross. Yeah, and apparently people are getting sick from the pizza. Ooh, I like that. Dragon pit stock. I like that. Yep. Except people are afraid to attend because, you know, dragons. Wait, what? What? Bear Down, what are you talking about? Wait a minute. You didn't... Did the chick at Taco Bell fix your drink for you? Oh, okay. Okay. Some of these, I should have been more specific that these need to be questions that I can ask on the internet. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's potential. You think if I invited Jon Snow to Burning Man, he would show up? No? Okay. All right. Okay, what is the biggest nighttime hazard? It's losing something. What's the biggest nighttime hazard? Because I feel like everybody would think like probably tripping and falling. No, he didn't want it. Eggwood, yes. I agree with that. What do people lose at night? No, we're not being dirty. Yes. Apparently, a lot of people lose their phones. Well, I think, honestly, Holden, I think the only reason it's not more like wallets is because so many people just use their phone to pay. So if you lose your phone, that is really bad. Okay? Because, like, I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm sure, like, the fun Coachella videos don't come up on my FYP because I find it amusing watching the ones that where the people are like, oh, and I know they pay thousands of dollars to be there. So, yes, the morality. Agreed. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I actually saw a TikTok about this. Okay. What's the most common weather complaint? Bree saying Lorador is correct. Definitely. Yep. Yep. Actually, Lorder, that's number 2. Yep. Too hot, and the second one is the wind. Okay, so apparently every year, I guess like the first night, nobody. Okay, so apparently these are a lot of people that have never camped before, so they don't really know what they're doing, and it gets very windy at night, and all their tents get knocked down. It happens every year. Doesn't that sound like fun? And see, because of this live stream, now all of you guys will have, I'm having a horrible time at Coachella content. You're welcome. All right. What's the most common reason people dress up? It's a vanity reason. Bree, yes. There was a tent in a tree. Apparently they don't hammer them down. Golden, pretty much. Yes, Bree got it. It's for photos and content. Yep. Which is attention and competition too. Like, it's all that. All that. Oh yeah, I've been to Jazz Fest. Jazz Fest is fun. Like, I'm surprised y'all know, like, why do you have a shirt that's a flower? I don't know. I don't remember when I got this. I just found it. But yeah, Jazz Fest is very humid. Very humid. Thank you, Golden. I don't even know where I got it. I was just trying to look for something that was ridiculous, that looked like something that somebody I'd seen on my FYP over there. Did y'all... Brie, I love you for that. I don't know about that, but I love you for that. Did y'all see the girl that made her dress and it's all jewelry? Thank you, Grizzly. Should we start a petition? Well, I mean, yeah, there's no shade. That would be funny. I don't know if that's the way things work though. Let me play Radies. As I've said before, I've said this for years, I am more than happy to accept a vocal coach, or you can just do a voiceover. It's fine. Oh gosh, y'all. Grizzly, I agree with that. Can I just be somebody in the background? So I wasn't sure if I wanted Conquest to be a movie or a series, but this is what I will say. They had 2 different teams develop at the same time, the series and movie. And then once they got to a certain point, they looked at both and went with whichever one made the most sense. That makes me feel better. And the guy that's going to be the showrunner did House of Cards, which is a very, thank you, Lou, which is a very, very, very good series. And it's interesting. It's political, obviously. The writing is great. Thank you, Brie. So, you want a series because you want the lead up to it? Yeah, we were talking about that today because we're not really sure, like, where it's going to start. Ooh, does the sticker look different now? Oh, it does a little bit. Oh, look, that's a little different. Lou, you got a sticker. I don't know where they're going to start. And is it just going to be one movie, or is there going to be a sequel? There's just so much. You want to hang out in pre-Conquest Westeros for a little while? Yeah, I think a lot of people do. Because some people are wondering, are they going to do like, okay, Brie, you'll like this. What if you go to the theater and you sit down, right? You're going to see Aegon's Conquest. And you're just excited, and then you watch the previews and black screen, and it says 300 years before the birth of Daenerys Targaryen. I'm sorry. Ah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Theo, that is correct. Golden, I hope there's more than one because there's just too much. What time is it in Australia? I don't know. Later than it is here. Brie, yeah. Wouldn't that be funny though? Or what if it said like 314 years before the birth of Drogon? Lordor, a very long time. Dragonstone was an outpost for Valyria. Dragonstone's old. Like, okay, so Dragonstone has been there for a long, long time. And actually, Dragonstone is actually kind of... Okay, so there's a possibility Dragonstone contributed to the Maesters and the Hightowers figuring out a plan to try to get rid of the dragons, because the Valyrian Freehold was so powerful and expanding. And then you're over at Westeros, and right here is Dragonstone, and there's dragons flying over. Like, you know they were nervous. I mean, you know they were. Something was going to happen. I mean, if Aegon didn't do what he did, like, something was going to occur. Because, I mean, it's like right there, and it's very imposing, and it has dragons on it and gargoyles. It's like, hey, we're right here. So they had already kind of said, like, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day we're going to take you over. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure the people of Westeros, when the doom happened, were like, but that's the question. Are they going to, like, have, like, a little catch-up moment before the movie that explains the doom? You know? Like, there's just so much. You want to know why they never tried before? I don't think they were in any hurry. They had no idea the doom was going to happen, and they had plenty of time. I mean, they were constantly expanding. So, I just think they were like, we'll get to it. Not worried about it. They got time. Yeah, no rush. You think the movie's a bad idea? Alright. I'm positive about it. Because when I found out who the showrunner is, that made me feel a lot better. Because that is somebody that has spent years on a very successful, very intriguing, well-written show. I think that's gonna be good. No, I think they can do it. Look, okay. If we didn't, okay, I would have a different opinion if we didn't just have a Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Like, if we didn't just have, hey, will somebody grab that? Bear down, somebody. Please. Well, Lord, we don't know. It might be more than one. Thank you. That's the thing. Like, we know it's going to be one, but we don't know. Like, it might be 3. Actually, I hope it is. I hope they do it in 3 parts. As much as we can get. But if all we had was Game of Thrones the way it ended, and then House of the Dragon the way season 2 went, I'd be a lot more leery about this movie. I can promise you that. And we might get that. A trilogy would actually make sense because, you know, the number 3 appears over and over again. Right? Hey, RC. So, who knows? But, I think, hey, Graham. I think a lot of people are excited. And that makes me happy. So, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms did really well. And as we know, thank you, Brie, it followed source material, right? I think they know if you want it to do well, follow source material. And also, hey, you know what? Maybe be nice to the guy that wrote it. Right? Lord or see that. That's what I want. That. Like, hell, maybe that's the plan. I would love that. If it's a trilogy, and then each is ahead of the dragon, and then, like, because think about it. Think about, like the poster. Each poster could have one of the three with their dragon. Like, come on, man. That would just be good. What other two plots would I want as movies? Ooh, that's a good question. All right. Hello. I think a lot of people talk about wanting a series of Robert's Rebellion, and I don't think it's enough to be a series. I think it could be a good film. I do. I think that could be a really with it not just being Robert's Rebellion, like bringing in some stuff that was around that time. I think that would be good. Thank you, Brie. Use the stickers. I love it when y'all use the stickers. I think Robert's Rebellion would be good for a film, and then I would love. I don't know, but see, I don't know what the interest would be. It would be really cool. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I know would really interest people. Like, hell, you could just take Maegor, and that's enough. But I would absolutely love if we could get a story that started with Dreamfire and then Alyssa Farman, and we get to see actually the eggs that are Daenerys' eggs, how all of that happened. But see, that's just something I want. I don't know how many other people would want that. Yeah, right. And Lord or okay, and I agree with that. Which means the promotion needs to be top tier. A Dream of Spring. Right? The promotion for Aegon's Conquest needs to be top tier. It needs to be dramatic as hell. Okay, this is what we're gonna need. Any promo for it needs to be a lot. Like, we need a poster. Like, I've already made like an image and I put it in my TikTok today. But like, there's a city and Balerion is flying over and it's just pitch black where his shadow is. We need that. We need that. Then we're gonna need to see him like actively using dragon flame to melt swords. Give that, because that's gonna bring in people. We need to bring in people that are book and show and then combination, right? Right? Exactly, bear down. Exactly. Like, just, yeah, then if you want to bring in House of the Dragon fans for whatever reason, you need to push Vhagar. You need to make sure they understand that's the same dragon. So we're going to need some similarity. We're going to need to take Granny Vhagar and then make sure there's some of that in the Vhagar that's in this film. Like, there needs to be a similar shape, right? Well, Lordor, it depends. It depends on who you ask. Which is kind of funny. Yes, young Granny, kicking ass. So she'll have her horns. It'll be great. Brie, I wish. What I think they're gonna show, the reason for Aegon's conquest is gonna be Aegon's prophecy. Meaning, Aegon knows that the long night is coming, but he doesn't know when. That's the whole thing, right? Hey, Divergent. So that's what it's gonna be. Because a lot of people think that's the conversation that happens between Torrhen Stark and Aegon. Which, if that conversation doesn't happen with him, I'd be shocked. Graham, I don't have a problem with it. It ties everything together. Oh God, Brie, I know. The dagger will be there. You know it will. Yes. Yes. And you know what? I would love it, Graham, if that would be mentioned. I would really love that. Dany's, no one ever talks about Dany's the dreamer. But everyone knows Torrhen Stark, that's the king that knelt, okay? Which we know he did for his people. But do you know how insane? Like, just think about it. It's Aegon the Conqueror and Torrhen Stark having a serious conversation. And like, think, just ride with me for a second. Get on your horse. Because you're my Khalasar. So, you've got Aegon the Conqueror, and he's like, look, I've got to speak to you about something, and it's going to sound like I'm nuts. But I've got to tell you what I've seen in my dreams, right? And he starts explaining, it's a cold, but not like this. It's a cold that doesn't stop. It's a cold that doesn't sleep. And it's a cold that will take over everything, right? Stay with me. And you have Torrhen Stark. And he immediately looks terrified. And he says, okay, so there's a scene before this where some rangers come in and talk to him. And then you have Torrhen Stark tell Aegon, I just received word from the Watch, and they've heard stories. Like, okay, and it's quiet. Oh, Brie, that makes me happy. What do you think? I think that would be great. Like, he's coming to Torrhen Stark, who he's heard about and knows. I mean, like, Torrhen Stark has a great reputation. I've never heard anything bad about him. Like, I'm about to tell you something's going to sound crazy. And then he's like, we've heard whispers of just that. We've got wildlings that are getting closer to the wall. They're trying to get over the wall. Something's there. Something's happening. Something's coming. See? Like, and because that ties in to later on, but it doesn't do it in a cringy way. Do you know what I mean? See, I love you, Brie. I do. I love you, Brie. But like, that's how you bring up something that happens in the future and it doesn't seem cheesy. Do you know what I mean? Hey, listener. Yes. And I want that. I want it to be just them. Just the two of them. You know? So, and the thing is though, like, think about it. You can bring other stuff in, right? Stuff that like we didn't have time for, wasn't included. You can have Torrhen Stark talk about that he's had rangers see strange things like ice spiders. There's rumors of ice spiders, big as hounds. Like, you know, like bring in some book stuff, some creepy ass stuff, because it's there. You know what I mean? Can you imagine that? Like, just hearing that line would get me excited. Graham, we do. So that, I'm kind of hinting. Yes, Brie, yes. And that's the thing, as he's talking about the things that either the Rangers have heard wildlings talk about, or there's just rumors, or whatever, right? Think about this. We've heard rumors of things, unnatural things, ice spiders the size of hounds, dead things that don't die, dead things that move, dead things that live with ice blue eyes, right? Like, you're hearing all this. And then, all right, hold on. Yes, Brie, and I'm about to get there. Yes. And then Torrhen Stark says, there's even rumors of direwolves. Packs of them. Huge direwolves. They've been seen. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? And that obviously makes us think of our babies, right? That's how you connect to the future without it seeming corny. There's a super pack of dire wolves. You know? Like, that would be great. I'm glad y'all agree. That makes me happy. So, I think there's so many ideas, options, possibilities. Like, it would almost be overwhelming, to be honest with you. But I think, okay, you kind of put it like this. All right, we have two main magical families. We got the Targaryens and the Starks, right? Because the Starks are attached to magic, I want to see a Torrhen Stark that is a bit more comfortable with it than like Ned. Like, Ned's very practical, right? You know? Like, I want Torrhen to be a bit more open-minded, which makes sense because it's in the past, and you're obviously talking to a guy with like the biggest dragon there is. So I think that could, right, exactly. And that's how you separate Torrhen from Ned. Because a lot of people think literally every Stark is the same, and they're not. And I'm not saying make Torrhen like kooky or anything. I'm just saying let's have Torrhen be a bit more open to the weird stuff that he's hearing that his guys have told him, because he's closer to higher magic time, right? Like, he's gonna hear more stories about that stuff. Oh, what is it? Right. And then you can obviously, hell, Torrhen can have somebody there that's a damn warg. I mean, okay, there's a lot of potential. Like, who's to say that there's not somebody at Winterfell that is a very powerful warg that can control 3 or 4, you know, like something like that. That's another thing. This is, okay, so in Game of Thrones, like, magic it declined after the dance, right? And then it's going back up because of Daenerys's dragons and whatever the hell's going on with the others. All right, well, the time we're talking about, that's 3 really big dragons. Huge, okay? So, like, magic's doing its thing at this point. So I want to lean into that. Not into a corny way, but I want to lean into that in a creepy way. I think it should be creepy. I mean, the others are scary. I would like the others to have more in common with the book others than just the show. Like, they have their own language. It's supposed to sound like ice cracking. It's supposed to be eerie, right? So, can you imagine just a scene and it's and there's these weird noises? Can you see? Like, and again, do you know what else is possible? I don't know if they would want to because of the binging thing, but cold hands can be there, right? Cold hands can make an appearance. Cold hands isn't binging, right? Bree, same. You know what I mean? Go on, Dave. Nobody cares. That's not even funny. But we have the potential of so much because, like, George has given us a lot, but there's enough gaps that you can put really cool stuff in. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can lean into it. Like, it's a film. You want it to be impactful. You want it to be exciting. It can have more magic. As long as the magic doesn't look corny and swirly and stupid, which I don't think anybody's gonna do. That's not our thing, you know? Let me check. Yeah. I got him. Yeah, that's just a weirdo. Yes. I think, okay. So we're coming off the doom of Illyria, right? And then we've got Aegon's prophecy, which when we see his dream, I want it to be terrifying. Right? I want it to be absolutely terrifying. Like, I'm trying to think. I so get chills when I talk about this stuff because I'm such a nerd. I want Aegon. Okay, so you know the vision that Daemon had in House of the Dragon with like that one other, and like he had like 3 people with him. I want Aegon's dream to be the whole massive army of the dead. Just, it goes and it goes and it goes. And then it gets dark. And then all you see are the eyes. Millions. I don't know. Just tons of eyes. I want it to be scary. Okay. Yeah, see? That's what it needs to be. Because, hey, Chloe. Because if people, and think, Brie, like, you see this army and then it gets dark because, you know, they bring the cold, they bring the storm. And it's just, you see like eyes and you know, like, those are people. But when it pushes back, you see tall eyes because it's giants. Because there's more giants. RIP for the giants, it sucks. But you know what I mean? See? See? By the way, if any of this happens in the movie, please remember I said this, because that means somebody pays attention to me, and I'll think that's great. Yes, RIP to the giants, that sucks, but since we know that happens, you know? And that's when you can have, like, you can have the damn polar bears. You can have shadow cats, you can have whatever. Maybe the ice spiders. All that. So, hey, Cole. So hopefully that gets you more excited for film. I am. Guys, I promise you. Like, I'm not gonna BS you. I'm not. I was really sad after season 2 of House of the Dragon. I was sad. Yes, mammoth. Hell yeah. It's so off the rocker, it hurt. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It just... House of the Dragon season 2 was so nuts and had nothing to do with Fire and Blood. Like, it's just this weird fan fiction. Y'all know. And then I find out how Ryan Condal treated George, and I'm like, no, I'm not supporting this. I'm not. That's disgusting. Like, you wouldn't have any of this without George. And then you treat him like some bothersome old man. Like, that was it. Like, honestly, for real. When I found out how they treated George, like, it irritated me like somebody had been rude to my pappy. Like, seriously. So, am I going to watch season 3 of House of the Dragon? Yes. Am I going to be honest? Yes. Am I going to talk about it on the podcast? Yes. And if I see a scene I like, I'll be honest. But the Rhaenyra Alicent fan fiction is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like, what? Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you guys, okay? Because there's no reason not to. Game of Thrones, cultural phenomenon. People talk about it every day. It's been, what, 7 years? When House of the Dragon ends, people aren't going to talk about it years and years later. They're just not. it doesn't have that. It just doesn't. It doesn't have it. It will end after season 4 and people will be like, all right, that's done. I've had a really good day. Thank you, Blackbird. Lucifer, and that's fine, honey. Like, you can ship that. It's just you've got to understand, like, it's not my story. And it's not supposed to be happening. They're not even supposed to be the same age. It's fan fiction. But like, I try to be respectful, but I don't know if people know this, but George R.R. Martin doesn't have any children. He has said the characters are his children. And then for him to be treated just like some rando and his, like, nah, you. So that pretty much opened the floodgate for me, and I can say whatever I want because y'all were mean to Pappy George. That means I don't have to be nice about you at all, and your show sucks. I do think this season 3 leaks are right. I think they're true. Actually, Lucifer, most of us were like that. Almost every person I know that is in the fandom watched one of the shows, and it was so damn good, they then went back and got into the books. Sour grapes, only when your dad is around, but like not regularly. But I mean, like, he's throwing bans, so. Yeah, Lucifer, that's it. And that's what I want. I want really good shows and movies that captivate people and they love it and they want to go back and listen to the audiobooks and watch Game of Thrones and just get into all of it. Y'all, I want the fandom to be big again. I want it to. I want to walk into a store and I want to see a table of stuff that's A Song of Ice and Fire. We used to have that. And if this movie does well, then if A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms hadn't gone so well and proven a point, I wouldn't be this positive about it. I promise. Yeah, Lucifer is great. I mean, like, the books are fantastic. What I like to do, because I have ADHD, I like to listen to the audiobook and then have the physical copy. And then I highlight and stuff. Lucifer, it's fine. No, don't be. Because I think we're back on the right path. Do I think it's going to be as big as it was? No. I mean, Jesus, it was the biggest thing there was. But, like, I think, okay, how about this? I'll put it this way. When Game of Thrones was at its peak, magic was really high. Like, you know, during the Valyrian Freehold peak. We got a lot of magic, okay? Season 8. The magic obviously tanked. House of the Dragon season 1, it started to pick back up. House of the Dragon season 2, we're dropping again. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, picking back up. Picking back up. Okay? We get a really good movie up. We get season 2 of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms up. I'm not saying it's going to be like it was like peak, but I think we could get to the point where it's known enough that we get merch and you walk into a store and there's a t-shirt with a quote. I miss that. I mean, actually, like, it was to a point where it was very hard to go into a store and not find something that had to do with Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? So I'm happy about it. I think it's gonna be good. But again, like I said, if we didn't have A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, I probably wouldn't be saying half of what I'm saying. Well, I think having Aegon's Conquest as a film, I think it's going to be more magical. I do. The thing is, like, magic is it's a thing where it's really easy for magic to look cheesy and take somebody out of what they're watching. Like you want it to be immersive. You want to feel like you're in it. And then if you see something that's really bad CGI, it'll take you out. Wheel of Time was like that for me with all the swirly magic. Like I couldn't do it. I got spoiled because the early seasons of Game of Thrones are great. You can have magic and it not take you out. I will say this. I give credit where credit's due. Everyone knows Dan and Dave did a damn good job. It just declined. But not having swirly like CGI magic, I agree with that. I do. There's ways to do it where it doesn't look corny. The wildfire never looked bad. It didn't. Yeah, Brie. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Lorador, a lot of people say 3, 4, 5, but honestly, after 6, I think 6 is the majority of 6 is good. I do. 7 and 8 are where I'm like, I feel like I don't know. Like, I don't know these characters. What? 7 and 8 hurt my feelings. Yes. What Bree said, this can happen, y'all. This 100%. We can have beautiful purple eyes, and then and do it in a cool, natural way, but it still looks a little magical, and it's great. We can do that. Golden same. Yeah, a lot of people say that there's only 6 seasons. Look, it'd be a damn good ending. I mean, that's a great fleet. It's a beautiful shot. I mean, your Drogon's POV, and you get to see the fleet. You see the Dothraki. You see the horses down in there. You see everybody. I would erase Tyrion if I could, and just have it be Daenerys, Missandei, Grey Worm, and Varys can stay, but I would erase Tyrion from that, and in place put Yara, and then Theon can be wherever. I ship Daenerys and Yara. I ship the hell out of them. 100,000%. Yes, there, Brie. I don't know if she wants to be on the ship. Well, we can get her what, like a really comfy chair or something. She needs some kind of diva spot. Yeah, and Lorador, a lot of people don't understand. Tyrion's not a hero. Tyrion is a bad person. Oh, Dan and Dave like Peter Dinklage, and so that's why he got that ending. Yeah. Well, I like um Missandei and Daenerys. Well, again, my Missandei is part show, part book. Just like most of the characters. She's really young. Missandei's had a rough life. It's amazing that she can be as sweet and open and kind, considering how her life has been. James, pros and cons. Pros, I probably get away with stuff I wouldn't otherwise. Con, there's not one. But I go to cons. Is that enough? Brand the Broken. Yeah. How about that? I got Brand the Broken. Hello, Timmy. Hey, Fire Queen. I didn't see you come in. But I really feel like I've never shipped Daenerys and Missandei. That's a sister to me. I don't know if you guys have ever been in when I go live with Grey Worm and Missandei, Dark Dew, and Aaron. Aaron and I had a really great conversation on a live stream. There's a scene where Daenerys is doing Missandei's hair, and it's one of our favorite scenes because most people know they have completely different hair. Completely. It's showing how close they are. And it also shows what kind of person Daenerys is. She's the queen. That's her best friend. And she is just doing her hair and having conversation. Can you imagine Cersei doing anyone's hair? Unless she's chopping it off or pulling it out. Yes, Brie, it's like familial love. Yes. Daenerys was sold into slavery. So was Missandei. You know? Like, Missandei's brothers, Unsullied. You know? Which a lot of people don't know that. But I'll say this. Daenerys and Yara had more chemistry than Daenerys and Jon. Like, I ship them so hard, I've got their Funkos over there together. Emilia Clarke shipped them. It's behind the scenes. After they do the scene where Yara's flirty and Theon's just standing there awkwardly, like, Emilia Clarke is like, I'm for it. Dude, it makes sense. Makes sense. So anyway, I ship them. They're over there. But anyway. Now, as far as, like, book, Daenerys and Jon have so many parallels, like, it's obvious. And he's definitely her type. But as far as, like, just fun, I will always have my Yara Funko Pop with Daenerys over there on a shelf. They're very happy. It's a great ship. I'm telling, it's great. I mean, it's a good scene. It's a really good scene. Oh, hell, you're not old. What are you talking about? No, we don't subscribe to that. Mm-mm. Nah, we don't subscribe to that. Mm-mm. Nah. Nope. Like, nah. And don't worry, one of these days, they're going to come out with that pill that you take, and then it, like, makes you, like, 20 or 30 years younger or whatever. It'll be fine. Jon and Dany's boring. Lorador, a lot of people thought that. A whole lot. In the show, okay, they'd known each other for years. Rose Leslie is Ygritte, who's married to Kit Harington, which is Jon. They're married. And Emilia Clarke doesn't live that far from them. They're friends. So think about, like, having to do, like, makeout scenes with your friend's husband. Okay, that kind of, right? So that's some of it. I'll say this. Book Daenerys and Book Jon, it's gonna be a bit different. Like, there's gonna be sparks flying. Book Jon is sassier. He's more confident to make decisions. And see, thank you, Golden. Oh my god, I love that. That's perfect from you too. That's my problem with Jon in the show, is that he's like making decisions. He's the white wolf, and I feel like they take that away from him. His dialogue is terrible. Like, I don't want it. We need allies. I never wanted it. We need allies. Like, that sucks because Kit 100% could have continued to be that Jon, but they just, John John can make really, really difficult decisions and he's young. He's bold. Thank you, Golden. That's very sweet of you. Every guy that Daenerys likes is like that. Like Drogo, I don't know if you get more bold than that. Dario, I don't know if you can get more out there than that. She likes a guy that's not going to be just standing there going, what do you want me to do? She can't stand that. Like, she's a decision maker and she doesn't want somebody just standing beside her being like, what would you do? Actually, that repulses her. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, hey KGB, how are you? Golden, same. Same. So, right. Yeah. Also, yes, definitely. But like, also like her saying goodbye to Dario and how she tells Tyrion like she didn't feel anything. That was weird too. But like had to happen so she could go and meet John. But like that was odd. You know? Well, congrats, KGB. Thank you, Golden. So that was a weird scene. Like that should have tapered off instead of like him being like, "All right, let's go, let's kick ass," and she's like, "You're staying here." I mean, I know like last episode I was into it, but you're gonna stay here. And then he's like, "You don't like Dario? What do you mean you don't like Dario? Which Dario? Book Dario? Dario 1 or Dario 2?" But then his acting is like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, who am I going to bang after you? And that's a damn good point. Talk about letdown. None of them? I like Dario 2. Most people like 1 better. I like 2. And no, that's not the exact words, but that's what basically he's saying. He's like, I banged the Dragon Queen. What am I supposed to do now? Man, I don't know. Be celibate? You're screwed. Actually, you're not. I don't know, man. Sucks for you. I don't know, but that scene, I don't know. It was just weird. Because she does like him. Okay, at least for you like Tibor? I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I have a feeling Dario got very drunk and probably tried a whole lot of chicks to try to forget. Yeah. Yeah. And then who knows? Who knows? Like, I don't know, dude. Maybe he just decided to be celibate. Ah. Honestly, the only thing I could possibly see him do, because the whole like stay here in Marine and help rule for me, like that's not gonna work. The slave trade had gone on for too long. But like the only thing I could see him doing is like him deciding just to be a damn pirate and just taking a ship and then just being a pirate, something like that. Because what else are you gonna do? You know, there's the creepy Jorah thing when he goes and he finds a chick that looks like Daenerys. That always surprises people because they used to show Jorah and we love show Jorah. Book Jorah is a creeper. Yeah. Yeah, who knows? There you go, Brie. So Dario decides to just go be a pirate, and then he finds a pirate queen that happens to have silver hair, and then there you go. There you go. I saw somebody had a really cool story And it was Pirate Daenerys. Damn. I need to look for that. It was very short, but it was cool. I can't remember, it's been so long. But that's what it was. And I was like, that's badass. I love how creative people are. I just love it. Like, that's the thing. It's like, George writes a lot, but it's almost like he leaves these little grooves of space, and you can just dive in, and then you can make your own story just out of that little space. And people wonder why it takes him so long to write. Oh, speaking of, have y'all heard the rumor about wins? Have y'all heard this shit? Oh, yeah. Brie, yeah, I feel like that's probably what would happen. Nuh-uh, not one eye. There's no depth perception with that. Oh my god, AI summary. Debating the best Game of Thrones ship. Daenerys and Jon versus Daenerys and Dario. Nice. All right. Got news for y'all. It's probably BS. Someone on 4chan, so I'm sure it's true, said that Wins was delivered to let's see, I'm trying to remember, to the publisher in January, and they've just been waiting for the right time. Okay, there's TikToks about it. The rumor that it's finished is happening again. Lorder, that is true. Right, exactly, Lucifer, exactly. What surprised me, though, is how many people have taken that and kind of run with it. Yeah, I believe the guy said it was 1,800 pages. So it's like, let me see if I can find it. Let me see. They're talking, like, I've seen 2 TikToks about it. All right, y'all, I didn't realize it had gone this far. There are actually websites talking about it. God, winter is coming. The website is talking about it. All right, I'm gonna read it to y'all. This is from 2 days ago. This is winteriscoming.net. Been around a long time. The Winds of Winter leak claims George R.R. Martin's 6th Game of Thrones book is finally finished. Is it true? A story's making the rounds that The Winds of Winter was finished late last year, and its publisher is eyeing a fall 2026 date. Let's dig into the details. All right. Okay. Fans have been waiting nearly 15 years for The Winds of Winter. The long overdue novel is blah blah Song of Ice and Fire. All right, come on. All right, we can skip past that. A post on 4chan claiming that The Winds of Winter has been handed into Martin's publisher is now making the rounds. According to this supposed leak, Martin finished the book sometime in late 2025 and handed it in right around the turn of the new year. It's now in the production pipeline, aiming for a release sometime in the fall to capitalize on holiday sales. At least that's what the leak says. Do we believe it? Not particularly. Do we want to believe it? Oh yes. But since this thing is breaking containment, we definitely need to address it and the likelihood of whether it's true or not. Okay. Let's start with the source. This post cropped up on 4chan on Thursday, and the anonymous person who wrote it claims to be a production assistant at George's longtime publisher. They don't identify themselves because they actually want to keep their job, okay? Yeah, Barbie, I know, but we're still going to talk about it because it's a rumor. The manuscript was delivered internally in January 2026, not a partial, the actual full thing. George apparently finished it sometime in late 2025, and the silence from his blog has been intentional. Marketing told him to go dark. We have been in full editorial and layout pipeline since February. The official announcement is embargoed until Comic-Con, but we know he's going to announce it on his blog first because he doesn't give up with the actual release window being around fall. They want those holiday sales. Okay. In addition, the poster claims the book is very long. Think Feast for Crows and A Dance with Dragons in one book. They claim it's around 1,600 manuscript pages, but stop short of saying the exact word count because that alone would identify the source. Lastly, they claim that a coordinated marketing campaign is being planned with HBO because obviously the studio would want to capitalize on the release of this book to drum up any extra hype it can for its own Westeros properties. Okay. So that's what the post says. Unfortunately, there are more than a few red flags here that it's likely fake. The first is it's appearing on 4chan. The second is this production assistant having access to this information and posting about it. Anyone who's worked in a publishing that long who would have access to this sort of information would more than likely be extremely used to dealing with confidential information on a regular basis. To risk their career by posting on a site like 4chan doesn't square with the experience they're claiming. Also, the book's length. It claims 1,600 manuscript pages. The numbers don't add up. According to Martin himself, Dance was about 1,500 pages, just shorter than Storm of Swords. So a 1,600 manuscript page book wouldn't be like Dance and Feast put together. It would barely be 100 pages longer than Dance. That aside from the well-known fact that the whole reason Dance with Dragons and A Feast for Crows were split into two books is because the length of that story was so massive that it would not have been physically possible to bind it all in one volume without it falling apart. So basically, it can't be that big. So, I mean, it's probably complete bullshit. Then they bring up the question about the Comic-Con and the timing, because it would be right in the thick of House of the Dragon Season 3's run. That's a problem. So it's probably bull. I'm sorry. I don't want anyone in here that's gonna talk shit about how old he is. And it's my live, it's my account. Either respect the man or leave. You can be frustrated because you want another book because he's so damn good, but if you're gonna make fun of his age, you can fuck off. She's gone. When I'm 80, I hope somebody sticks up for me. Thank you. As I've said, and I will continue to say, if that man never writes another page, he's done more than anybody that's ever criticized him. Right? Thank you. No, it's not. And I'm a bit touchy about it, considering that at a Comic-Con not that damn long ago, somebody brought up, who's going to finish your book when you die? What a god-awful thing to say to somebody. Thank you, Lucifer. I appreciate that. Look, I get frustration. I do. Frustration. You can have frustration and still be respectful. Lorador, I'm one of those weird people. I kind of hope he doesn't. You know? I'd be happy if he stays very involved in A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, write some more of that, and then if he does have some free time, work on Blood and Fire, and be involved in Aegon's Conquest. I'd be fine with that. golden assholes. If they're assholes now, they'll be assholes then. I mean, like, I don't know. I hate that. I cannot stand it when people are like that, and they're not going to be like that in here. They're not going to disrespect him in here. He gets disrespected enough to his face by rude people. I'm not going to harbor them in here. I don't give a damn if it's 3 of us talking, because I kick everyone else out. Don't care. If you can't respect the man or what he's done, then... And I don't know, the people that are like that, I don't know if they're really young and they haven't lived long enough to have respect, or they're just assholes. I'm not sure. But the entitlement irritates the shit out of me. Like, you think that this man that has created so much, and they're too damn stupid to even know how many books this man has written. They think all he's done is A Song of Ice and Fire. The man worked on the Twilight Zone. The old one, not the remake. Anyway. Lucifer, it's just entitled people, I guess. Yeah, usually when they talk about the age, I feel like they're young, but... Oh, look, she made a second account. I love it when they do that. Oh, shit. Are you okay, Jess? I love when they come in on the sock account. Let's see if she comes in for a 3rd time. See, now that I think is loony. I think that's weird. When you block somebody from a live and you obviously don't want them in, and they come right back, I think that's weird shit. She says she's okay. You sure? Pray for Jessica's eye. A moment of silence for Jessica's eye. See, y'all quit talking about one-eyed pirates and stuff, see? Maybe words aren't wind. Oh, God. How was that? That was good, right? I even got a quote out of it. Look. Damn it. She got soap in her eye. Again? Yeah, Lord, or honestly. Oh my God, y'all. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah, Lord, I understand, honey. And like, if you really want the books to be finished, I don't have a problem with that. It's just the people that are crazy and mean. You know? Can you imagine saying something like that to his face? He's just a nice old man with his hat, and everybody's like, did y'all, who was with us when Richard was telling his stories of meeting George and how nice he was? God, one person did. One person was rude to his face. Yeah, Richard was talking about, like, his assistant was literally telling him, come on, and he was paying no attention because he went and talked to each person. Like, how about this? I've only heard about... Thank you, David. I've only heard about one person having actual, like, beef confrontation with George R.R. Martin, and that's Ryan Condal. whose face I can't stand to look at. Oh, God, he's always got that shit-eating grin. If she comes back with a fourth account, we might have to take out a protective order. I'm thinking. You know? You okay? See, that's some... People talk about parasocial. That's parasocial. That's parasocial. Like, alright? Yeah. Blink twice and move on. Damn. And they always feel the need to announce themselves, which I'm glad for, because it makes it easy for us, because we could be like, Jessica's your eye okay? Speaking of blink twice. All right. So, despite his age, I do think it's interesting, though, that somebody came up with a rumor on 4chan, and it went so far as to, like, winteriscoming.net actually had to do an article about it. Do we need to get... Or she says she's okay. But... no, I doubt it very seriously. I really do. The publisher issued a statement that it wasn't true, which, I mean, publishers do that sometimes, even when they do have it. But this, the timing would be weird. Yeah. Because, I mean, like, you got to think about it. Like, oh, yeah, Lord, that right there, that is the truth. That. But, like, from a marketing sense, you know, like, the ideal thing is, you know, show, book, movie, show, you know, which is what I want. Like, there's always something going on, and that there's not really any space for that. I doubt it. But probably, I don't know. If I was him, I would not. I wouldn't be in any hurry, because at this point, it really doesn't matter how amazing the book is. Two things are going to happen. You're going to have people like what's her face that are going to be really critical, and then as soon as it comes out, they're going to start harassing him for Dream of Spring. And I'll be honest with you, I just enjoy my life. I would just have fun, which he seems to be doing, and people have opinions on that, and that's ridiculous. Oh, thank you, Sternpoint. You're very sweet. Golden, I don't either. Let him enjoy the fruits of his labor. Hello, Phil. How are you? Um, yeah, but like the people that get really, really angry and entitled and think they're owed a book, I'm like, you okay? Apparently not. You know, Darren, he did mention that he would like to work on Blood and Fire, which is the sequel to Fire and Blood. I do think there's a chance that he would work on that. Yeah, like I don't know if y'all read there was an article, and he basically explained, like, okay, he had a conversation with the guy that wrote Dune, and he was like, I don't know how you do it, how you keep going. And he basically told George, I hate it. I have to. I don't enjoy it. And that writers are very creative people, they're very interesting people. And like the thing is, if it's forced, it feels forced, right? So he explained that's how he feels. So if he's forced to write, we're not going to get the story that we want. That's not what we don't want. That he wants to write more Duncan Egg and possibly blood and fire. That's interesting to him. Let him do that. Just let him do that. We still get something, and we get something good because he's excited about it. Like, there's nobody, like, literally, that doesn't have something they can relate that to. Like, everyone has something in their job they hate doing. And, like, when you're doing that one task that you really hate, like, are you putting it like you're all in that, or like the one that you really like to do that's exciting, you know? They can just go. We'll take care of them. Yes, exactly, Golden. Yes. Anything forced is not going to be what we want. Because I'll tell you, if you force somebody to write, you're probably going to get a depressing story. It is what it is. I know, Lucifer, I've said that. Like, yeah, if you're going to be mean to my papa, you can get out of here. And your 3 accounts. Again, I've had people come back with a second, but the third? All right. That was interesting. A little scary. But anything else? I'm trying to think. We're going to get a film. There was a rumor about a book. I don't think anything else big is happening. I don't think so. Yep. Now, Golden, yep. Now you just have to call him Papa George. Yep. Look, Bree, always making a good point. Always. There's been series that were pushed. How many television series have gone too long, and you see what happens when it should have like ended 2 seasons back. There's a lot that are like that, and they just kept on. And what do you get? Yep, that's it. I like that, George Papa Martin. Yep. Like, there's a lot, or you know what? You can apply that to almost anything that has anything to do with creation or the arts. Content creations like that. I mean, if it's an idea you have and you're excited, you're just going to be really happy. If it's something that you have to do, it's a little different. It is what it is. Yeah, countless. So, but I mean, that's my opinion. A lot of people think that they're owed 2 more books. Where the hell that comes from, I don't really know. Yeah, that Lord Or, it could have been fine. It could have been. It could have been fine. But we all know about that. And to be honest with you, if you think about it, he had to sit and watch what happened with Game of Thrones, and now he's been disrespected, and there's House of the Dragon. We're lucky the guy is willing to really get into A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I'll be honest with you, like, it'd be hard. But luckily, Ira Parker, who's the showrunner for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, it seems to be very smart, very kind, and respectful. I mean, he literally said, he's like, so I write it, I show it to George, he tells me I'm an idiot and tells me why, and I fix it. That's what he said. Yeah, see what Lucifer said. If someone treated my OCs that way, I would quit. See? Yeah, that's the feeling. Like, that's Bree, same. It's that quote for me. He's like, I write it, I show it to George, he tells me I'm an idiot, tells me why, and I change it. I think that's why Ira brings up so often that he references source material. I don't think it's a dig at House of the Dragon. I think it's to reassure us, because he knows that we're leery. I mean, and we have a right to be. We're a little beat up, you know? It's fine. We're like that's the fandom. Well, there's the angry part, but then there's that's like us in here. We're like, also, I don't think we need to have a show. Thanks, y'all. I don't think we need to have a show with like two, because like Dan and Dave, and then there's like Ryan and Sarah. I was just doing this thing. You didn't like season 2? Are you talking about House of the Dragon? I didn't like it either. It was weird. Lorador. Did you know? Thanks, y'all. Thank y'all for being so supportive. I love y'all. Did you know the guy that was cast read it and was really excited to play crazy psycho Euron and thought that that's what he was going to get to do, and then he got that. Poor guy. Damn, that was awful. Like, Euron is really scary. And he does some really awful things, including awful things to his brothers when they're children. Like, he's evil. Um, and then you think you're going to play this diabolical guy that has a ship called the Silence. It's called the Silence because all the crew's tongues are cut out so they can't tell anybody what they've seen or done. And then you're like, oh, this is great. And you prepare, and then you're just this goofy guy that talks about sticking his finger up Cersei's ass. Um, yes. Yeah, he had R. His R is scary as hell. Um, Bree, same, same. Like, yeah, Lucifer season 1, I like better. You want to get the first Blackfire Rebellion show or movie? Um, you know what would probably work for that? I think the first Blackfire Rebellion would make a really nice miniseries. I think that would be great. Because I'm selfish and I want there to be regular series, miniseries, animated, movies, books, magazines, short stories, comic books, whatever the hell, just as long as it's good. That is so true. I agree. I totally agree. I mean, hell, like you could do a mini series, and like each episode is one of the Blackfire Rebellions and the stuff that's kind of attached to it. That'd be great. Yeah, I'm for it. Hell, they've got mini series that literally look like a film. I mean, it's the same quality. I think that'd be great. Yep. Look, I love Blood Raven. I'd like to see Shiera Seastar. I cosplay her. I think she's really interesting. Yeah, they could do a really great miniseries. And we might get that. Yeah, they could. Like, if things keep going well, yeah, she's very cool. Um, she's interesting. Like one of those characters there's just not that much on, but like what there is, it's like kind of like a Shara Dade. Lucifer, did you know that there are Game of Thrones comic books? I have them. The artwork is beautiful. If somebody reminds me, I'll bring them and show them one day. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. There are comic books for the first 2 books. The artwork is stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, they're framed and in there. So Or maybe I need to show him on a TikTok. God, haven't they done a Transformers crossover with everything? I don't know. Maybe that's the comet in the sky? Is that what it is? Is it a Decepticon? I'd like to meet the Transformers at Universal Studios. Yep, there we go. Mystery solved. I've never seen that. Strangely enough. It doesn't really interest me. I don't know, guys. I either like dive into it and become obsessed, or I just don't. Hello, Ark. Thank you. Yeah, you can say that. I'll accept Princess, sure. Welcome. Princess, Khaleesi, Queen, whatever you want. You can just call me Southern, totally fine. As long as it's nice. I'm very good, how are you? Yeah, I either become fixated or I'm just like, huh? And then I don't absorb anything. Very true, Misa totally works. Great song too. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. So, anything else, guys? That's actually a lot for a Wednesday. Nah, Golden, I can't touch it. I tried. Thank you, Art. I watched some of Handmaid's Tale and like it was bringing me down. I had to stop. I got that like really annoying absorption thing that I don't even know what to call. Like, I tried to watch Outlander and I can't. There's too much SA. And then that just... I can't. I hope it's good for people that like it. I do. But like... yeah, Outlander's way too much, man. I saw what Edmure did, and I was like, I felt sick for days after that, and I was done. That's way too graphic. Good God. That should give me nightmares. Oh, God. Ugh. What is it about? It's a story about time travel and a lot of assault. Outlander fans would probably be really offended by that. It's time travel and a lot of assault. No, it was the battle in the cell and it was gross. I wouldn't advise anybody to watch it if you have a problem with horrible violence. I mean, Brie, it is. Yeah, Lord, or like make that 20 times worse. 30 actually. It's graphic. That's too much for me. It doesn't bother some people and that's fine. I just can't. Yeah, Golden, and that's probably part of the reason that I'm like, you know? Nah, I only like violence when it's satisfying revenge. You know, like Spoils of War. Alright, it was necessary. And on that note, so let's see. Is Jessica around? Can she see? Jessica. That was, I don't know if you know this, KGB, but that was CGI. Jessica, are you doing an update tomorrow? That whole thing was CGI. I didn't burn anything. It was a lie. Alright, so this is Jessica, my best friend. She's going to do a true crime update tomorrow. It's going to be one you don't want to miss. She's been covering the unfortunate case with, what is her name? It's Anna, right? Isn't it Anna? I'm really bad with names. Yeah, it was special effects. It was totally made up. It's fine. Kepner, that's it. Yep. All right, so she's been covering the Anna Kepner unfortunate cruise ship case, and there's been some updates on that. And she says 2 juicy cases. So follow Jessica so you can get notified when she goes live. I will be there on panel. It's always a very interesting time. She will go live tomorrow night. What are you doing, 8:30 or so, or earlier? Whatever time you want. It's up to you. About 7:45, which means 8. Okay? All right. So we'll be hanging out there tomorrow. Thank you very much. I will be back on Friday. We'll have a good time. We'll be at the throne. And I love you all very much. This was great. It was a fantastic conversation. I love that. And everyone be safe. Be respectful to your elders, because we will be them one day for Lucky. But you guys already are. So, love you. Have a good night. And I will see you guys tomorrow night.